Okay, so let's do an example of using the remainder, the Taylor's theorem with remainder. So we've got this function, cube root of x, and we're asked to find the first and second Taylor polynomials first, and we want to at 8. Okay, so we're going to find the first two Taylor polynomials at 8. So that's why I've got these derivative 8. So same thing as we've been doing in the last few examples that we've done. So first thing is we want to find the derivatives. Okay, so using the cube root of x. So in other words, you can change this to powers. So you can write this as the x to the 1/3 power, and then just use the power rule. Okay, so here, if we take the first derivative, this is going to end up being 1 over 3 3x to the 2/3. And then the next derivative, we're going to end up having negative 2 over, now let's write it this way, put the negative up here. So negative 2 over 9 and x to the 5/3. Power. And so now if we evaluate these at 8, well, the first one we just get the cube root of 8, which is 2. For the second one, we get, this is going to be, again, it's the cube root of 8, which is 2, and then 2 squared is 4. So this is going to give us a 1/12. And this one here, it's going to give us, again, cube root of 8 is 2. 2 to the 5th is 32. So then 9 times 32 is 144. Is that right? No, 288. And so this is going to be negative 1 over 144. Okay, so now we can write the first and second Taylor polynomials at x equals 8. So P1 equals what? Well, P1 is going to be f of a, which is going to be 8 in this case, right? So we're just following the same pattern for Taylor polynomials, right? So it's f of a plus f prime of a times x minus a, but in this case a is 8. Like so. Which then gives us 2 plus 1/12 x minus 8. And then P2 is just going to be this plus one more term. So it's going to be f of 8 plus f prime of 8 times x minus 8 plus f double prime of 8 over 2 factorial times x minus 8 squared, right? So what does this give us? This gives us 2 plus 1/12 x minus 8 minus, in this case it's going to be negative 1 over 144, so times 2. Okay, so this is going to be minus 1 over 288 times x minus 8 squared. Okay. Now you can graph these to see what it looks like. And I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to come back, and we're going to use this in the next video to estimate in a given particular number. Okay, this cube root of 11. Okay, so we're going to use these two Taylor polynomials to estimate what that is. So see you then.